Will the council come to order, and will the clerk please call the roll?
Anderson,
Present.
Oliver's absent. Ford,
Here.
Hager-Smith,
Here.
Mattingly,
Here.
Sutphin,
Here.
Watson.
Present.
We'll begin tonight with our consent agenda, and the first item is the approval of town council minutes for August 6 and 13. We have also transferring $1,866,914 between ARPA fund projects. We'll adopt that resolution. Approval of assignment of cable optic from Zayo Group LLC to its subsidiary, Zayo Infrastructure Holdco LLC. We're going to authorize our town attorney to sign that consent form. We also will authorize the acceptance of an amended. But before we do, I have a disclosure to read. And that is, I hereby declare that I have a personal interest as defined by Virginia Code 2.2-3101 in the following matter. Acceptance of amended easement for the multimodal transit facility, contract to be approved on August 27 today at the Town Council. The nature of my personal interest is as follows. My spouse is employed by Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University. Virginia Tech will receive a benefit from this transaction since the multimodal transit facility will be located on the Virginia Tech campus. Pursuant to code to Virginia 2.2-3112, I am a member of a business, profession, occupation, or group of 3 or more persons, the members of which are affected by the transaction. Therefore, I may and will participate in the transaction pursuant to the code. That business, profession, occupation, or group is faculty and staff of Virginia Tech. I certify pursuant to Virginia Code 2.2-3115H that I am able to participate in the transaction fairly, objectively, and in the public interest. So, having said that, we will go on to include the acceptance of an amended deed of easement for the transit center, formerly called the Multimodal Transit Center, in our consent agenda. What is council's approval on the consent agenda?
I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ford,
Aye.
Hager-Smith,
Aye.
Mattingly,
Aye.
Sutphin,
Aye.
Watson,
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
We have no public hearing scheduled, but we move on now to citizens' comments. And we invite anyone who would like to speak on a topic of their choosing to come forward. You have 3 minutes, and you can use the little stoplight on the podium here to help gauge where you are in your 3-minute comment period. Please start with your name and your address.
Eric, I'm sorry.
He'll do it. He'll do it automatically. I got it, sir.
The manager.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll start it after your name and address.
All right, it's Eric Bissey, 115B North Main Street, owner of Nice Dreams. I would like to propose 2 ordinances to the council today. First ordinance, no sleeping or camping on town or public property. We have a homeless problem, especially downtown, and it's not good for our businesses. It's not good for our community, and it's not good for sanitation because these people have been pooping and peeing in our doorways, and that's not cool. Second ordinance, no panhandling within the limits of Blacksburg. There are so many jobs available in this town that there's no reason anyone is unemployed. And there's no reason they need to be at Kroger, Food Lion, everywhere else that you see these 20-year-old kids and all kinds of other people holding up signs that they need money. So I would like consideration for both of those ordinances, and I think that the community would like them passed as well.
What?
And I have pictures of all these homeless people sleeping around town as well.
Yeah.
So Roanoke has passed these ordinances. That's why they're moving to Blacksburg now.
Our police chief is here tonight, and so that suggests that we could talk about this further, but also,
Yes,
don't we
the police have not done anything, and we've called and called and called,
okay,
and it's because they're not anything because we don't have an ordinance.
don't we have a panhandle?
No, we don't.
Apparently not.
We not,
Don't,
okay.
you cannot have a panhandling ordinance. It's protected under the First Amendment. There's dozens of court cases holding that
So apparently not just in Virginia, but elsewhere as well.
around the country.
Yeah, okay.
The things that Roanoke did adopt a ordinance regulating sleeping and those things that the council could look at.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
So I don't know how y'all don't know what's been going on. We've had a lady camped out right on Main Street.
I saw her too, and we did
So,
know, and we
okay.
did know. But what our attorney is telling you is that the response needs to be more nuanced than just can go away. So also, I think it's of note that in the state of Virginia, a town has no control over social services. So while it would be reasonable to say, hey, we'll bring these people and we will hook them up with our social services, we don't have any level. So, but we will take this seriously, and I do appreciate you coming.
So thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Yep.
What up, Town Council? My name is Zachary Weiss. I live at 1711 Whipple Drive. Madam Mayor Leslie Hagersmith and council members, let's talk about Blacksburg lawns and their impact. But first, let's talk about Virginia Tech's. Virginia Tech is a 1,051 acre campus with 124 acres of turf, which is 11.8%. Blacksburg covers 12,633.6 acres. Here's how our town's potential turf area and annual CO2 emissions from mowing compare. At 1/8 of the Tech's ratio, 186 acres produces 26.25 metric tons of CO2. At 1/4 of Virginia Tech's ratio, it's 52 metric tons of CO2. This is a yearly number of projected CO2 emissions from using a standard John Deere riding mower that runs every 8 days to cut the grass short enough to meet your ordinance requirements. So I'm sure you're aware of the 1/3 rule on the website. And basically that means that the best way to cut grass is to cut 1/3 of it to maintain its height. So I see typically around town 4 inches tall. At height, every day grass grows 1/2 inch tall. So if you're going to maintain 4-inch tall grass, you have to cut grass on average every 8 days because the year has different growing times for grass. So I want to talk about how I want to change or add proposals to I want to propose 4 changes to your ordinances, which I will provide in the document that I can provide to the clerk. Number 1, amend section 14-200 weeds or weeds to exclude native ground covers from the definition of weeds. Suggested addition. The term excludes native ground covers, including but not limited to clover, wild strawberry, and green and gold trees, ornamental shrubbery, all that stuff. So basically just add that in there. Modify section 14-201A to be, it shall be the joint and several duty of the owner and occupant of any parcel to immediately replace, remove, or destroy any and all weeds with native ground cover and to remove trash from his or her parcel. 3, modify section 14-202B3 to be, demand the removal of the clutter or trash and the replacement of weeds with native ground cover. Modify section 14-202B4 to be, advise that if the clutter or trash are not removed or weeds replaced with native ground cover within a specified reasonable time of the delivery of the notice, the town will proceed to remove them and replace weeds removed with native ground cover at the owner's expense. These changes would reduce mowing frequency and associated emissions while lowering water usage and chemical inputs, increase biodiversity and support pollinators, create a self-perpetuating cycle of native plant adoption. This ensures a permanent, low-maintenance solution that aligns with our sustainability. It would provide a new opportunity for employment with town turf grass maintenance companies. By implementing these changes, we can significantly reduce our environmental impact while creating more resilient, sustainable landscape. This not only addresses immediate violations, but also contributes to a long-term solution for these green spaces. This change is in line with the town's previously stated green commitment, and please return my baking tray to me, please.
Who has the baking
The
tray?
clerk can help you with that.
I also have photos of my passion fruit flower opening up this morning. This is mowing my friend's lawn. You can see that there's a lawnmower right here and unmowed grass. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I zoomed in on the grass. I'm not sure if you can see it, but a little closer. If you can see that, there's a bee on the flower, on the grass, and the lawn that I was just about to cut. But low key, I broke the law and didn't mow that section, so I'm sorry. But I thought that the bees would appreciate that. And I just have some extra ground cover, just more pictures of just like some ground cover. You also visit my website. I'll write it down, and I have a page about native ground cover that I think you would all be interested in.
Thank you. Your time is well up, but you could share your website with the clerk and she can get that to us. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak for public comment? Seeing no one, we will move on to unfinished business. None? New business? None? And council announcements.
I want to make sure everybody knows about Friday, September 6th. There is kickoff on College Avenue, downtown on College Avenue, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. that evening. And during that same time, there will be a free outdoor concert at the mosque at 6 p.m. Again, that's a free outdoor concert at the mosque. So come on down to downtown on Friday, September 6th.
Have improvements to Draper Road ready for that date, for that event.
Correct.
So
Wow,
be even better.
great. Okay, any others? Any others? Okay. Seeing none, then we are now adjourned. Thank you.